Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Revelio!
This way.
Tímto způsobem. Kámo.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Chápu, že tahleta část hry bude kudla nudná.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this
Revelio.
bus and see what details the field guide can provide?
Poprsím. OK. No ty vole. Zajímavý.
Clever, isn't it?
Poprsí.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
Revelio.
Inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Hustý. Když jsme si zaběhali, co, profesorko? Hele, to je fakt.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Ok. Teď nevím, jestli jsem to udělal správně, ale něco jsem udělal.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Aurory, kamo. Aurory, vole. Co to řekne česky do pítle? Pojďte mě. Můžu teďka vzpomenout. Bystrozor.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Revelio.
Fíkem.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you.
Kámo,
Speaking of guides,
moc se mluví.
and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I
Ale
shall reach out
Ollivander
when I have
není
more
v-
information about our mysterious locket. For now,
v Příčné
focus
ulici.
on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Jasně. Jak je to moje grafika? Pohoda. Či bude? Minutku. Tady, nastavení. Obrazovka, jasně. Dáme 165, ať tam je co pořádnýho. Grafika. Jasně. Ty oči.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso! Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Hustý. Výborně.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise... Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Hustý.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a
Konečně
fair
troška
duel
zábavy.
using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Protego. Complicates things.
I do enjoy a lively duel. If only all of my students were this adept. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
To bylo
Not
easy.
bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Chviličku.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you
Bude to
want to get the
prdel.
most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Hustý odměny. Kamo, odměny.
Revelio.
Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster. I think we should have a moon carving
Revelio.
church.
Tento obraz zobrazuje mladého osiřelého čaroděje, který slavně zachránil celou svou vesnici. Já jsem čekal, co o svou rodinu. Před armádou Moskomoru. Pohoda. Šipa, že vyčerpal myší patronos, kámo.
Fills our stone hearts with joy to be in the presence of such arrogance.
Revelio.
Jasně, takže teďka ven.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Jasně, tak když tak později. Tak furt tak tleská. No, radši se nebudu ptát. Ještě možná dopadnu jako Jirkos. Furt nahoru. Čau. Furt nahoru.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Revelio.
Sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Mos maxima axio repelio.
Sharp caught me making faces behind his back. It was awful.
Zdar, Mando!
Here, behind you. There's an open seat here.
Thank you.
Stupefy.
Hello,
Lumos.
I am Nettie.
Rick.
So you are the new student.
Rick to sempra.
Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Ty vole.
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Vážně? Tak to je cringe.
It seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Kámo, takový chyb to tam je. Třeba portkey. 3krát je to přeložený špatně a třikrát je to úplně hovno. Prostě nemohli tam napsat přenášelo. Prostě portky, klíč.
I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Já vím. Já jsem si říkal, co za to dáš, když to vyzkoušíš, člověče. A třeba když profesora Blacka je tam takové divné slovo. Profesor Černý.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree.
To si to zahraju pak znova.
What better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Jinak. Co to je?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm. Excellent control there. Now, very good. Happens to the best of us. Splendid!
Okay.
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Come on.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Legoland. Pojď Legolande.
Misha. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Moc. Dobrý.
That's it.
Let us see this.
Spadni. Ty hovado.
Well done.
Here we go.
Spadni. Pojď. Ne.
There we go.
Tak. Musím zahrát minimálně za 30.
Accio. Don't lose your composure.
Ups. Pokusil jsem se. Prostě ale nechal jsem se trošku
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Buď ostrý. You fucked.
Concentrate, Natsai.
Accio.
Hey. No,
What's
to.
this?
Ty
That is how it's done.
Not to worry.
Let us do this. Yes!
Okay.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
No nic, to je život.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
To se stávají těm nejlepším.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Ale Mando,
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me
přemýšlel
weeks
si o
to become
streamování na
proficient
YouTube.
with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything
Něco
right
bych
when
tam
I
chtěl
transferred here.
Něco bych
It
tam
gets
chtěl
easier, I
otestovat,
promise.
tyjo.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
To je nic.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with
Kámo,
you.
tenhle ten hlas je fakt ex Androida.
I think Professor Rona wants to talk to you.
Vážně.
Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
To myslím jako vážně. Fakt to zní jako to od Androida.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it
Accio.
to be precise, Sebastian. You know it
A
won't work
word,
on humans.
if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Že jsem to nevyhrál.
Revelio.
Nový úkol. Ukáž. Weasleyovi po vyučování. No, dělají z lidí vláčky, vole. Weasleyovi po vyučování.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Celkem pohodě jsem.
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again,
Jinak Mando, jestli jsi ještě tady, tak už se těším, až vyzkouším tu vašu češtinu od Red Dead. Sice po Survivoru mám v plánu Cyberpunk, možná, ale pak bych mohl dát to Red Dead. Nebo počkat, já jsem vlastně chtěl si zahrát ten Cyberpunk, až budou obě dvě DLCčka. Takže možná Možná, že po Survivor bude Red Dead. Jo. Jak to vypadá vůbec s DLCčkem na Cyberpunk? Vím, že by to mělo vyjít letos, ale to je asi tak nějak konec.
Revelio.
Však. Vím, že jsi to dělal ty, ne? Tak vím, že to tam bude. Ne, v pohodě. Já nejsem žádný perfekcionista. Že já jsem si to měl v plánu zahrát tak nějak letos na začátku roku. Ale nevím, jestli ty nebo někdo mě psal, ať počkám na tu češtinu. Že tady byl někdo a prej, že předložil nám hlavní questy. Teďka už fakt nevím. Už je to dávno. Ty vole.
Revelio.
Vyvernová fontána. Hustý. Dej mi 3. level. Kyti. Revelio, vole. Tamhle je nějaká socha. Super.
Revelio.
To nic nedělá. Kámo. Tak už můžeš, já vím, ale teďka hraju ty hry jednu za druhou. Takže v létě, kdy vím, že moc toho vycházet nebude, tak mám v plánu si zahrát Red Dead. A vím, že Red Dead je kůdla dlouhá hra. Tak snad s ňou zazním celý léto, abych nemusel pouštět playko.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me, isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you finish Professor Rona's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Maslový ležák. Kamo.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
A s touhletou bombou musíme skončit. Díky, že jste se dívali. Dobrou noc.